So my name is Malibongwe Mngomezulu, and I have been trusted to be your gorgeous I've been trusted to be your program director for today, and I would like to first welcome partners that are here. I am an alumni, and I've been part of TEACH SA for such a long time. And what you see is just a small part of what you guys have done. So Unduku is currently in KZN. He's part of the Imbeleko Foundation. He was one of the people that was mentioned by TEACH SA when Imbeleko said we're looking for strong individuals. He was nominated as the best maths teacher, and then he was part of the top 100. Now he's part of the top 4 that has been chosen to go and represent South Africa in China. So Undu is one of the people that we have loved working with, and he's an ambassador of TEACH SA. And somewhere, somehow, he also mentioned that he was a deputy principal and he resigned to come back and be part of TEACH SA. When we step in, we ensure, because TEACH SA whispers to you in a very nice way that you're going there to be change agent. So the moment you step in, you lose yourself and you ensure that these kids come up with such initiatives. At my school at the moment, we've got learners that have started using substance abuse. And most often you try to find things that will get these learners to now bring their minds back to whatever. And when I got there, I saw them even starting a garden like this. And those kids, no one tells them to go and look after their garden. It is because it is something that a teacher saw that these kids are into this. They're going to enjoy doing it.
Yes, after my 2 years in the classroom, I realized that I still want to make an impact with the work that I did. And I was very intentional about that. I joined the TEACH organization for 2 years. I then continued working with other NGOs. I studied BCom for money. And when I left university, I realized that this is not what I wanted to. This is not what I wanted to do. I still wanted to make an impact with the qualification that I had. And TEACH South Africa really opened the door for me to see that there is space to make impact beyond the classroom. And again, I'm product of TEACH South Africa as well. What makes a TEACH ambassador is that they come in with a mindset of wanting to change and make an impact.
Because TEACH SA understands that if we don't have the opportunity to come into your school, let's have a program where we come and help you improve the marks that are there for subjects like English, maths and science.
And one of the big successes is a story about a young man who came from KZN, who came to the school and was a security guard at night because he wanted to feed himself. He didn't have any parents. So me and the other ambassador adopted him. And through that, this young man went from getting 30% in physics and 20% in maths to 96% in matric for maths and 95% in physics. And this young man is now qualified quantum physicist. He went all the way to Switzerland. Yeah, so so we have succeeded in doing that, but of course we also face disparities in socio-economic factors. The challenges include learning outcomes, as I've mentioned, uneven policy impact, and it says that grade 5 mathematics learners scored 374 compared to international average of 500. So the South African systemic evaluation revealed 37% of grade 3 learners need significant support in reading literacy. 37%. 43% of grade 3 learners required targeted assistance. 49% of the grade 9 learners needed focused intervention in reading. 80% of grade 3 learners cannot read with meaning in any language. Learners who speak English or Afrikaans outperform those who speak African language highlighting deep linguistic and social economic inequalities. So what do they recommend, these studies? They recommend that early interventions are critical. Most learning gaps emerge in foundation phase. I would advise that let's think about foundational learning, because that's where the issue is. Many educators lack the tools and training to teach literacy and numeracy effectively. In the work we're doing is that we're trying to speak to these universities to introduce courses to teaching maths and languages. Our colleagues from GDE and government officials, they are trying by all means to do the just-in-time training. But do you know how many days are dedicated for training? 8 days a year. So you don't have a long time. So that's why organizations like TEACH are essential, because we are young, we've got long concentration span. We can stay. One of the biggest issues is that in rural areas, even a B.Ed qualified teacher doesn't want to go there. And one thing TEACH has done successfully is place ambassadors there. And they are making a huge difference. I know of many alumni who were placed at rural and township schools who have made a huge difference. By grade 9, 40% of the learners drop out. And this is due to many factors, but one of them is that kids cannot cope with the condensed and big academic work that is required in grade 10, 11, and 12. So that is why they need to go into vocational or maybe do plumbing and all of that. But again, we don't have enough resources to do that. We don't have enough infrastructure. We don't have enough teachers for that.
That the model is such that we come in, we do what we need to do, and we walk away. They are taking over. And it's beautiful to watch, because they come in with incredible energy. They come in with incredible expertise. And we all agree that STEM is the way to do it. We cannot innovate if we haven't got enough scientists and enough mathematicians. And these are now our current funders, sponsors, friends. They have all come in and said to us, we will continue with you. We will do this with you. And we look forward to more. And as we stand here and talk to you, we're hoping that when you walk away from here, you will go and tell others about us. You will say to them, do you also want to come and to become part of the movement? TEACH SA is a movement. Right? Deloitte's, Nedbank have been our, and I don't see Balo here, and obviously the GDE have been our biggest and most profound partners. In the last 3 years, we have trained 150 ambassadors because Nedbank told us to. But I also felt that I just needed to come and stand here in front of you and thank you for who you are, and thank you for what you need to teach, and say to you, can this please not be the last time we do this? Can we continue to hold hands? You have heard of TEACH, you have heard what we do. I know that you have seen our results in the schools that you're in. We only put 45 ambassadors this year in Gauteng. Can you imagine if we put 100 or 1,000 or thousands? Because it is possible. And it is possible with you, through you, and by you advocating for us.
And when we do such things, we also just reviving to say that, you know what, continue being with TEACH SA so that you understand exactly where everything that you put into TEACH SA goes to. So from my side, thank you very much. And was not a great host, I know. Thank you very much, guys, for having me. And please,